Bud, I kind of like, he convinces me that he's going to win the fight because he's such a believer in his own ability and he's very convincing. And then you see the presser yesterday and I thought Canelo looked really well. Do you know what I mean? Obviously he's a big lump.
Towards Crawford to win this fight.
Why is that? What changed?
Because I know Crawford's, he's got the heart, he's got the speed, the skills, and he's going to go out there. I was thinking he put up a good first 6 rounds, but then Canelo will start picking it up. But now I think Crawford will go for I think Crawford will get, I'm picking Crawford to win now.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you. You know, it ain't no disrespect to Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford against nobody else. You got to show me that you can beat him.
The boxing world is buzzing with warnings. Canelo's era may be coming to an end. In the build-up to this clash, analysts and former champions are throwing their support behind Terence Crawford. The undefeated star, carrying a flawless 41-0 record, is jumping 2 weight divisions from welterweight to super middleweight. A victory would make him the first male fighter in the 4-belt era to become undisputed in 3 separate divisions. Experts point to Crawford's unmatched technical skill and perfect record as a sharp...
Everything is on Terence Crawford's side, all the legacy, meaning he only has the opportunity to win the belts. Saul only has an opportunity to defend them. Terence Crawford has an opportunity to be in a 5 division and the only person to win all 4 belts in 3 separate weight divisions. Why is Saul taking this fight? And I'm going to tell you why. Because there's some things in life more important than just the belts. And that 20-year career that Terence Crawford made, that all that he has is very valuable. Very, very valuable. He had 1 foot out the game. And if he can be the man to defeat him, because remember, if Saul beats him, Terence Crawford was the first man to get all 4 belts in 2 separate weight divisions. Yes, I beat that champion. Yes, I beat the multiple division champion, and he had the old.
Boxing's biggest names are lining up behind Terence "Bud" Crawford. Icons like Floyd Mayweather Jr. hail him as the sport's true pound-for-pound king, praising his unmatched ring intelligence and ability to adapt to any style. Andre Ward has also highlighted Crawford's masterful strategy and razor-sharp...
But in terms of his resume, the opponents that he fought, right? And people say he fought this name and fought that name. Where did he fight that name when he fought him? He 32. He coming off 2 losses. He 35. Kovalev, when he fought Kovalev was cooked. He wasn't the crusher. He wasn't the undefeated guy. He had lost that. And I'm not knocking the hustle, but you lose me when you start saying I'm the best fighter in the world. Or you lose me when you feel like you don't have to fight the best, but then everybody else got to fight the best. Canelo is a really good fighter, man. But you don't really know how good you are until you fight the other best. Like even Dimitri Bivol, the dude you lost to. You got to give him credit for going up in weight, but I feel like he miscalculated though.
You got Bud Crawford and Canelo. They're slated to fight in September.
It's going to be an interesting fight. Honestly, it's kind of 50-50 in my opinion. Obviously, Canelo's got the weight and natural size advantage, but Bud's very technically skilled and sharp. Yeah. So it's going to be a good fight.
Former unified middleweight champion Kelly Pavlik has laid out a sharp blueprint for Crawford. He advises starting fast, applying non-stop pressure from the opening bell, and targeting at least 3 of the first 4 rounds to break Alvarez's rhythm and drain his stamina early. Pavlik points out that Canelo tends to show fatigue by the 7th round once he's forced out of his comfort zone. He also recommends that Crawford switch fluidly between orthodox and southpaw to keep the Mexican star
Stay in Canelo's ass a little early on. Put Canelo behind, right? Even if it's 3 out of the first 4 rounds. Because when Canelo has to fight, okay, when Canelo has to step it up, after 7 rounds, he starts to fade a little bit. We've seen that with Bivol. We've seen it in a lot of his fights with Triple G. You know, when Canelo could control the fight and the ring generalship, like, yeah, he could fight 12 rounds pretty good. But when Canelo gets pushed early on in the fight, he starts to fade muscle endurance-wise. So if I was Crawford, I would kind of stay in his ass a little bit on, you know, the early rounds and make him have to play catch-up in rounds 3, 4, 5. And then by round 7, that's where, you know, he could really step it up.
Former 2-division world champion turned analyst Tim Bradley has thrown his support behind Crawford, ranking his skill set among the all-time greats. He praised Crawford's blend of speed, power, timing, and adaptability, expressing full confidence that Bud can prevail even at super middleweight. Bradley also hinted at knowing a hidden advantage that favors Crawford, though he chose not to reveal the details. For him, this isn't mere speculation.